And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 50 mining quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we are here in the Forgotten Night at 12:12. And we need to speak to Halmerish. So, let's get it done. The quest is called The Whole Truth. So, Halmerish has a look of gratitude on his face. And we'll get Dredge too. So, Professor, you've earned quite the reputation as a miracle miner, and you've carried Ocean's raiders to the fame on your back. So, Hatchling, not trying to worm yourself a job from this fine night, are you? No, Captain, just came in at the same time. That's all. He wants a word. So, allow me to congratulate you on your latest conquest in the hinterlands. Ochan's raiders are on the lips of every noble. Moreover, your successors have lent weight to the Count's message. Thank you, my lord. But did you come down here just to pay us compliments, or do you have work? Ever the enterprising fellow, I see. Yes, I do have work. The Holy See has begun to speak of mining in earnest. You have been mentioned by name. We are working our way up in this world. There is one caveat, however. House Fortemps cannot promise you any soldiers or workers. You must needs go to the hinterlands unaided, as per the terms of our previous arrangement. Suits me just fine, sir. So, Captain, why in the seven hells did you agree to that? Wasn't last time dangerous enough for you? Too dangerous, to be honest, but the better we make House Fortemps look, the more we'll profit in the long run, even if it means taking jobs like this. Profit, long run, Captain, they're just fobbing us off, using us for their games. The hell's with this? So, I've done my best to raise him proper, and that's what I get for my trouble. Pig-headed ass. Can't find work if you just explode just cause you hear something you don't like. But I'll worry about him later. We've got a job to do. We'll look into mining around Idleshire a bit further back in the hinterlands than last time. Come as quick as you can, Professor. So I like it, it's calling me Professor now. Cute. Right, so now we need to go to Idleshire. I do wonder what the Idleshire equivalent in Stormblood is going to be. It's going to be something really lame like Samu Hide, where you hide your character. Ba-dum-tsh. Came up with that one all by myself. I'm so proud. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what they're going to have us gather for this quest. So, sorry Professor, job's off. Monsters attacked us as we were setting up. 2 raiders were badly wounded and hatchlings gone missing. The lad flew into a rage and gave chase to the monsters. We have no idea where he went. We don't even know where to start searching. And on top of all of it, it's just me and Muscles. 'Tis my brother all over again. I can't leave Hatchling for dead. Just can't. I can't. Focus on finding someone to help us. Someone to... Right. Venturers and treasure hunters live round here. Maybe one of them saw Hatchling. Aye. what was her midnight due? Their leader. You learn what she knows, and me muscles will see what we can find on our own. Okay, so we need to go now to midnight due. So let's go to the quest. It's raining around here. So I like how Idle Shy is now. It's just the maximum it'll ever be. They completely rebuilt and restored this building. Okay, so let's talk to her. So, one of Helmach's men has gone missing. That's terrible. Of course I'll help. As a matter of fact, a scout saw a lad legging it towards the ruling quarter not a bell passed. But ever since the last adventurer went in and never came back, we keep away from the place. We haven't even got a good sense of what's there. Only one who passes through there is a Gobi merchant, and he may be able to help, but I don't know that he will. See, he's a greedy little bugger. He'll hardly speak a word till he's gotten paid. Last time I tried to deal, he demanded choice adamantite ore. Can't give you a myth, I say, and the bastard tells me to mine it myself in Aziz La, wherever or whatever it is. To be honest, I reckon he just won't treat with me. I wish I could be more helpful, lass. Here, let me ask about a bit. See if I can't find something else he wants. Cool. Right, so let's continue. So now we need to mine 3 adamantite ores in Aziz La. So once I have the 3 adamantite ores, because I don't know how long it's going to take, we will continue. Okay, so we were able to get a hold of the 3 adamantite ores by simply buying them from the market board. I know it's not the Mithrie way, but come on, I'm doing this like a year and a half late, so I might as well. So Goblin Trader says, Uplander wants help, then Uplander gives me present of adamantite ore first. Very fine is from Aziz La. Here you go. So, I read of adamantite in a book, but I think it's just Uplander's imaginings. Thank you, friend. You are a good Gobi friend. I will help find missing Uplander. When I am passing through ruling quarter, I hear sound of feet. See man holding sword. I will guide you and your friends there. Cool. So, let's see. Let's head back and turn in this quest. So, yeah. Of course, when Stormblood launches, you won't exactly have the option to just buy your way through finishing the level 70 quest. But, like I said, this quest is old now. So, the goblin was singing your praises, Professor. Said you gave him some legendary ore. I'm not rightly sure what you did, but thank you. He told us that he saw hatchling running about the ruling quarter. Best of all, he'll guide us there. Sounds like a perilous place, but we're bound to follow. Well, me and Muscles are. We'll clear out any monsters so that you can follow us if you choose to. Cool. Now, what was I going to say? In terms of adamantite ore, like, I remember farming adamantite ore in Final Fantasy XI and doing it in Ifrit's Cauldron. And doing it there was very, very difficult, you know? Very difficult. I remember you have to like stealth around and so on, because as a, well, the same in this game as it was in 11. When you're a miner, you can't attack mobs. The mobs will more likely kill you. And as well, unlike in this game where you can just change class at the press of a button, You can't do that in 11. In 11, you would have to go back to your house to change class. So it was very much a case of hide or die sort of thing. But the good news was, back then, like, adamantite ores, if you actually found them, cost 80,000 gil each, which it means that if you didn't have much money, 80,000 gil back then was a lot of money to make all of a sudden, especially when you can go in and farm many at a time. So, yeah. I do miss the sort of perilous mining that was Ifrit Cauldron. So, Professor, lend us your eyes. Do you see hatchling? Captain. So, hatchling, can you hear me? So keep watch. Yeah, I'm totally going to defend you with my mining axe. Totally. So, Captain, last I remember I was falling. And why'd you come after me? Did you really need me to tell you why, Raider? I'm so sorry, Captain. I never should have run off like that. If I'd only listened. Aye, we're a black mark on our record thanks to you, and you'll pay for it. But that can wait until you've healed. Synchronized nodding simulator. So, gods above, the professor did all that for me. So, Uplander, give me desire of my heart, what I am longingly searching for. For adamantite, I would do it again, yes. Yes, I would even risk pain of falling. 'Tis a good thing you got off with only painful falling, hatchling. If the professor hadn't dug up that ore, we might not have found you alive. Professor, thank you. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. So, hatchling, I think I owe you a tale about my brother Givhard. So he joined my raiders around the same time as you, and he was every bit as cocky. Wouldn't back down from a fight nor take an order. But he was my blood. I did my best to rein him in, but it wasn't enough, and one day he went too far. It was just up in the Western Highlands. His temper cost the raider's life and put the rest in mortal danger, but off he ran all the same. So I left him. I had to. He died alone, and it broke my heart as a brother. But I do it again. It was the right decision as the captain. I'm glad we could save you, hatchling. Life, it don't give many chances like this. Double nod. Well, that's enough of that, Muscles. Help the lad up. Let's follow our merchant friend out of here. So, Professor, I have one task for you. Could you drop this off with Midnight Dew? Wouldn't sit well with me to leave her unrewarded for her help. Cute. So right, let's go back to Idleshire. Let's get this quest done. Cool. Right. Let's do it. So, well, what happened with the missing lad? Let's hand over the sellsword sack. The only thing between you and the copious amount of gold coins, chalices, and calendar in this weighty poke is a nigh on indecipherable knot. So thank the 12 you found him. I appreciate this loot as well. The captain knows me too well. We go back a ways, and I know he'd have taken it hard if he'd lost a raider. Can't say I knew he had a brother though. More than a few folk have gone missing in the Western Highlands. What you say his name was again? So, Geevhard, I knew him, he was here. Called himself a failed sellsword. He was dragging himself up the road when the gobbies found him. They nursed him back to health and he served Idleshire loyally in exchange for their kindness. He taught the gobbies how to defend themselves. He died fending off enemy advances in the settlement, and they gave him a hero's burial for it. Hey, Hamerick, would you... he deserves to know. Okay, so let's go back to Foundation. Let's get this quest done. I can't believe I'm finally getting these quests done after all this time. Such a load off my mind. So, A for Nat, Forgotten Knight. This really has been the day of closure. First specialists and now these quests. I've pretty much finished most of the other quests in Ishgard. I'm just missing the Hildebrand quest and Celestial quest for 3.4. Okay, let's talk to him. So what? Gevenhard lived, but I left him. For years he haunted me. Who could have he could have been? If only I had been harder on him. But now I know he didn't die a failure. I can lay his memory to rest. Thank you, Professor, for this and for the hatchling. You're really something, you know. A man starts to think of becoming a miner when he sees all you've done with your pickaxe. Just between us, I think I've time for hatchling to leave the nest, keeping him near only clips for his wings in the long run. I'll miss him, but he'll be happier as a adventurer. The lads and I can't stay here forever neither. The world is wide, and sellswords are needed elsewhere. We'll be the most famous company in all Eorzea, just wait and see. But no matter where we go, we'll never forget you, Professor, the miner of Ochan's raiders. Cool. So it doesn't matter which ones on this server, they're all worth 10k each. Cool. In breaking new ground as a miner, you have learned Dredge 2. Cool. So that's the 60 miner quest done, finally. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.